Hello heroes and villains, welcome to Multiverse. So today we are going to play Legends PvP. But before we get started, let me finish my setup over here. And we'll be good to go. Sadly, sometimes the evil YouTube gives me a hard time. It doesn't want to save the setup for some reason, or it takes forever to save the setups. It happens. You do what you do. You do what you can with the best you have. Decisions. Let's go for this one, I guess. Let's go just for the thumbnail. The thumbnail alone takes a while to save somehow. The rest of the information goes a bit quicker, so... And before we get started, if you can hear me, say yes. I don't see the chat just yet, but once I do look at the chat, I'll see if you guys can hear me or not. Sadly, sometimes the evil DCUO, sometimes the audio crashes. Sometimes it crashes after a while. Sometimes it crashes right as the video starts. So, sadly, we have to ask you guys if you can hear us. And for those who were sad that we did not get Shadow Lady last Friday, don't worry, Shadow Lady will be back next Friday. That should do it. Also, next Friday we are going to try to do a little something for Superman Day, or basically the release of the Superman movie. So I will ask you guys to dress up as your best Superman or Super Family costume for Friday. Okay, so the changes should be saved. So let me go to the chat. There we go. So hello is safe. He says hello multiverse at Rage Blood Rage. Okay. Lightning McQueen, if you had a superpower, what would it be? Flying. Either that or being invincible. And yes, you guys can hear me, so we're good. Rayshon says hello multiverse and everyone. Aiden says if multiverse crashes, do we all crash? I don't know. Oh yeah, I should probably. There is a storm in the air. It smells like we're going to get maybe a bit of a thunderstorm later tonight. So if the stream ends abruptly, that's probably what happened. So let's go to the on duty. A question you guys often have: multiverse, how can we join? Very simple. Go to on duty, go to custom play, go to the Legends tab. So we'll start with Ace Chemicals, and also you have to choose your legend character. Let's go with the Batman. And now all we have to do is wait for the matchmaking to match us. Sadly, we came to realize something on Friday. Friday, we had like 7 people grouped together to be able to play one mission. And we had one guy who somehow it was an evil villain. So obviously he could not get in the group with us. But what we ended up doing is that we queued for the mission, he queued for the mission. And it took forever for the matchmaking to match us. And in the end, they did not even match us with him. They matched us with someone else. So sadly, the evil matchmaking sometimes is it doesn't like us. There's no other words. Also, on Wednesday when we played, Friday when we played, no, Wednesday, I thought I could be able to come back afterwards, but we had a bit of a thunderstorm. So I did not come back to play my Superman characters. But don't worry, I did not play my Superman character just yet. I'll do that a bit later. Basically, my Electric Superman is a character that I will play live with you guys. So don't worry, you're not going to miss out on a single second of gameplay with that character, because it is something that I will do live with that character. So we will be able to go from, we started level 10, at level 10, level 1. Last I checked, we were at combat training 53, I think. And we'll take it all the way to the top forever. So for those wondering, basically we're queuing for Legends PvP, and we're queuing for Ace Chemicals 4 versus 4. Sadly, with July 4th, usually something that happens, A lot of people goes on vacation, so it's quite possible that we're not going to get a lot of people today. Historically, when July 4th would come around, people would go on vacation until end of August, early September. But for after COVID, people started going on vacation as early as June 1st. So June 1st already we would see people leave the game for the summer. But July 4th, no matter what, the population drops like a rock, and people are pretty much gone for most of the summer. And I guess for some people, it means that they are going to miss out on some event like the summer seasonal event. Oh well. I guess they're gonna have to bite the bullet and either buy out the event or just not get the rewards. I guess if they don't care about the rewards, doesn't matter. David Sharp, multi in the info on the new Superman event. What do they mean by the pointer missions for Birds of Prey and Long Live the Legion? You guys might recall, it's a bit also like they're doing with the current DLCs. There is a series of missions you have to play before you gain access to the DLC. So sadly for Birds of Prey, so there's a bit of a quest line that you have to play until you can quote unquote unlock the DLC and then gain access to the missions. So make sure that you've played basically the early mission that gives you access to the Bird of Prey DLC, and the same for the Long Live the Legion DLC. We've had such missions also for other DLCs, but I guess those DLCs will not be included in the Superman event. So the Birds of Prey Long Live the Legion. I could have sworn there was a third one, so you have to play those missions in order to get access to the missions from the DLC. Also, I assume that you will need also the combat rating to play those missions. But to tell you the truth, even when they give us the information ahead of time, like I showed you all the information I had, and I don't think we got all the information. So sadly, we're gonna have to wait for Tuesday to be able to get all the information. David Sharp says I've done the Legion one, but I'll need to do the Birds of Prey one. Yeah, so you still have a couple of days, guys, to be able to play those missions if you did not play them just yet. Also, with maybe you played those missions already, but not with the character you're planning to use for the Superman event. I guess that could be possible as well. So if you're planning to play the missions with a specific character, make sure you play those missions with that character. So Friday, I will invite you guys to dress up as your best in your best Superman costume, or Supergirl costume, or super whoever costume you want to, and we'll play. We'll try to play some sort of Superman related content. I will probably play also some of the latest content, like the fear of the fearful day content. But we'll try to go back and play some Superman related stuff for the release of the Superman movie. And for the, I don't know why they called it just like something generic like the legendary event. They should have used the more recognizable Superman name to try to sell us the event. Oh well. They could have called it the legendary Superman event as opposed to generic heroes event. Sadly, there's something we've been seeing with DC, with Warner, with the people making the movies or the comics for quite some time, and lately with the people making the games. They seem to be very embarrassed with their characters, especially their flagship characters like Superman. It's not an accident if I know some of you guys think that we're getting too much Superman content, but when you look into it, we barely have any Superman content in the game. It became obvious when we got the first Superman Day event. Ahead of time, the devs had asked us which Superman which Superman missions they could use to suggest Superman missions to use for the event, and it came out that it was a tall order because there barely was any Superman content at all. So they had to cheat a little bit, and sometimes they would use missions where Superman was sort of mentioned, or Superman would appear very briefly in the cinematics or something, and they would count that as a Superman mission because it turns out that there's barely any Superman content in the game. And the truth is also the same is true for Batman. Unless you count stuff like Batman, the Dark Knight Metal stuff as Batman content, there's barely any Batman content in the game. Like, when's the last time you had a DLC with Batman, the Riddler, the Penguin, the Joker? Like, I've seen people who, if a DLC is happening in Gotham, even if you don't see Batman in the whole DLC, they count that as a Batman DLC. So it's a bit strange to me, but what can you say? So at some point we got to realize that not a lot of Batman in a DC game. But of course, people who hate Batman, as soon as we get one Batman item in the game, they say it's too much. Oh, we're doing Legends DCUO factors. Arena is on Wednesday. Legends is on Sunday. Dante says Superman. So we have Factor 7, Andromedax Thunder, and Sticky Bomb.
Match commencing. East control node enabled.
On your feet, poser!
You're going down in one punch.
You wanted a fight? You got one.
You think you'd learn? You're going down.
Fear!
Stand down.
Beware the Dark Knight.
Stop
That
your
all you
crying.
got?
Go green.
Evil Archello.
Heads.
Out of my way!
I am the Batman.
You don't
This ought
stand
to
a
shut you
chance.
At least I was able to take down Archello.
Try detective.
Small consolation. Let's try to take down Dr. Fate. Oh yeah.
Pulverize ya.
Oh.
Your willpower is strong, but not as strong as fear!
Call yourself a threat?
The coin is never wrong. Looks like it's your
Ah, Archello ran away.
Out of my way!
It's your lucky day.
Nah, freaking barrel.
Who are you? I don't know you.
Time to bust some heads!
Enough.
You're not worth
Try
my
harder.
time. On your feet, poser!
Time to die.
East control node enabled.
I am vengeance.
Yeah, freaking.
I'll pulverize you.
I thought I could try to stop Two-Face from putting the barrel down, but apparently I was not. Again.
Stop your crying.
Heads, you lose. It's your lucky day.
I am the Batman.
Time to bust some heads. Stop your crying.
The Sentinels will stop.
Beware the Dark Knight.
Sealed your fate.
You're not worth my
time. So be it.
Oh, Dr. Fate is wondering where I am. I guess Fate went to pick up a barrel or something.
Discharging electrical system.
Not sure why he's doing that. There's no one. There's no middle node.
I'll pulverize you. Your willpower is strong, but not as strong as
East
fear.
control node enabled.
You don't stand a chance.
It might be closer
You're
than I
going
thought.
down.
You shouldn't have done
You
that.
wanted a fight? You got one.
Electrical system charge complete.
Enough.
Out of my way!
Darkness will give way to the light.
Trying to give the coup de grace to Dr. Fate, and the evil Scrafty is stopping me from doing that.
On your feet, poser!
Try detective work.
Time to bust some heads! I will preserve the balance.
Beware my power.
For Sinestro! Out of my way!
That all you got?
Sadly, Scrafty knew I was invisible, so that didn't help me much.
The
On
coin
your
is
feet,
never wrong.
poser!
You think you learned?
Stop your crying!
No one escapes fate. Looks like it's your luck. Next
No
time.
fear.
Call yourself a threat?
I'll pulverize you.
Freaking Two-Face with his 1,000 minions.
Discharging electrical system.
Try harder. Call yourself a threat?
Stop your crying.
Stand down.
Electrical
going down
system
in one
charge.
punch.
West control node enabled.
Vengeance.
The coin is never wrong.
Beware the dark
Time
night.
to bust some heads.
No, I lost my drone. I'm so sad. I'm all alone now.
Pulverize you.
I don't know why. Oh well.
My will is stronger than yours.
Go green.
Out of my way. Stand down. On your feet, poser.
You're going down.
You're not worth my time. You will succumb to the hand of fate.
That was a close one. But we were able to get the big W. Oh, Superman says hello one. I'll be joining shortly. Hope all is well. All is well. David Sharp says we won. Absolutely. So you can see the scoreboards for people who like that kind of stuff. So let's get out of here. No, let me adjust evil window. So again, for those wondering how can we join, very simple. Go to Legends, go to Arkham Asylum 4v4, and select your legend character. So let's go with the modern Batman. And the matchmaking will do the rest. David Sharp says, I can see why they nerfed Two-Face. They nerfed him, but not that much. And they nerfed him, but they buffed the machine gun, so they didn't really nerf him. But at some point, you were facing entire teams of Two-Face. Normally, you can tell when a legend is a little bit too powerful. Whenever you queue for a mission, for a match, you end up facing an entire team of the same legend. At some point, you would face teams after teams of steel. It was pretty embarrassing. Sorry about that. So Tuesday we should have the Legendary Heroes event. I wouldn't be surprised if on Tuesday we have some downtime. Sometimes it can go as much to 8 hours of downtime. So they did not mention anything just yet, but usually they mention that like the day of the event or the day before. Sadly, communication not the best. We thought that once they got the community manager, communication would get better, but not really what happened.
Lobotomy lab control node enabled. Central guard post node enabled. Boiler room control node enabled.
You won't win this.
Try detective work.
It's your lucky day. Or maybe not. Who are you? I don't know you.
I was trying to take down Two-Face, but that's not gonna happen.
For Krypton.
Meow.
The Scarecrow release enabled.
For truth and justice.
Enough.
With a bit of luck, Superman did not heal too much, so we might be able to finish him off. He healed most of it.
This is a job for Superman.
Shazam! Kryptonian might is unstoppable!
Faster than a speeding bullet.
Kneel before Zod! Shazam! New Krypton will rise! You will kneel before Zod!
I am the Batman.
Shazam!
I'm a bit surprised that it was out of power. I just drank my cola.
Time to die.
Kneel before Zod!
Try harder.
For truth and justice.
Submit to your master!
Stop looking at me.
So you can see Factor 7 is a bit in a turtle mode. Block, attack, block, attack, block, attack. Hoping to catch someone in default, and sadly, sometimes it works.
This will be your end!
Tails.
For justice!
That all you got?
Shazam! Surrender or be destroyed!
Freaking barrel.
The coin is never wrong.
Shazam!
Ape's fate. Next time, don't fight the coin.
Poison Ivy release enabled.
You think you'd learn?
The Scarecrow release enabled.
I told you to stop staring!
So we captured this. So let's go back. Oh. So there you can see the scoreboard if you like that kind of stuff. I guess, David, you're the deciding factor. You won both matches. So next, oh, the temple. For that one, let's use our friend Green Lantern. Oh, here's our friend Superman. Junior just dropped to say hi. Hello, Junior. Nice of you to drop by. So obviously my Superman looks much, much better than the Superman of Superman, but Rishon says twins. Yeah, I suppose. But seriously, the one thing I wish we had was like a chess piece, like the one we have either Superman or me has, but without all the lines. Like you can see, we can sort of make the neck a skin color, so that kind of works. But if we had a version without the lines, that would be so great. The same for the chest here. Like if we didn't have the lines on the chest and the lines on the neck, holy crap, would that be an awesome slimline? And even for the stalwart defender, like even we have a whole bunch of lines, useless lines that don't really add anything to the design. And in case you're wondering, those lines come from the Batman by Christopher Nolan. Basically, when Jim Lee redesigned Batman, Superman, and a lot of characters for the New 52, he took inspiration from the Batman from Christopher Nolan. In theory, the costume from the Nolan Batman is supposed to be a whole bunch of plates put together to make up the costume, which is why there's a whole bunch of lines. In reality, a rubber costume like all the other costumes. They just had made put some lines in the costume to give the illusion that it was a bunch of plates put together. But it was still just a rubber costume. It wasn't really plates put together. We can see that especially in the third movie, The Dark Knight Rises. When you see the Batman in the daylight with the costume, it's obvious that it's a rubber suit. But the logic was that basically the costume that Batman had was made up of a whole bunch of different little plates to protect him from bullets and all that kind of stuff. So when Jim Lee did the designs for the New 52, he pretty much tried to reproduce that. But he did that across the board. He did that not just for Batman, but for Superman and some of the other leaguers. He didn't do it for Green Lantern somehow. Although he gave Green Lantern some shoulders that added nothing to the design somehow. I guess he just needed to add something in order to be able to say that he had worked on the design. Superman is asking, isn't Shadow joining in today? Nah, not today. She did mention maybe this month she would join us, but it's not going to be today, I think. If it is today, she didn't told me. Superman says, "I am multi. You got me beat with the emblem." Well, I thought I could use the BVS emblem. I don't use it all that often, so why not? Superman, but I agree with you. Without the lines on my chest would be a perfect chest piece. Absolutely. David Charles says she might be here next Sunday since she had a party to attend yesterday. Probably not today.
Before Zod!
No, I didn't expect her to be here today.
This ought to shut you up.
You won't win this.
But I guess some people were hoping that she would be here today.
Zorro, hero number one. Blood and rage.
That all you got?
Having fun.
Have hope. I do.
Now your fate is sealed.
Kneel before
Call
Zod!
yourself a threat?
Here, kitty
Beware
kitty.
my power. Kneel before Zod! No fear.
Good time.
Zorro,
Krypton.
crush with kindness.
Ah, Catwoman fled. She's so mean.
You am good friend.
Ah, freaking timer. But I haven't heard anything from Shadow. I know that she did mention that she might try to show up sometimes this month,
Challenge the
but
Red Lanterns?
she didn't say when. You have to give her
Faster than a
to
speeding
understand. She never played PvP, so she doesn't really know
You're
what to
going
expect.
down.
Unleash your
Can't be
rage.
extinguished. You will kneel before Zod! This ought to shut you up.
Try harder.
So, you want to play rough?
You think you'd learn?
Don't kiss and run.
I am
No
the
fear.
Batman.
You will kneel before Zod!
Right. We'll have its vengeance.
Also, as a rule,
I am vengeance.
ladies are not that much into competition.
Kitty
They're more into cooperation.
Go green.
And the PvP is pure competition.
Kneel before Zod!
Scroll says I want Henry Cavill suit. Nah, that's not gonna happen. They don't have they have the rights to use stuff from the comics. They don't have the rights to do stuff from the TV shows, from the movies. That is why we don't have the BVS emblems anymore. I think when they gave us the BVS emblems, someone did a boo boo. They were not supposed to give it to us,
Came to fight.
and
Rise!
Try detective work.
so I assume that once legal department found out that we had
Red Lanterns?
the BVS emblems, they told them to remove them right away, which is probably why we lost those emblems.
Surrender. You're
Or
going
be
down in one punch.
destroyed.
Burn like my rage.
Faster than a speeding bullet.
Beware my power.
Blood and rage.
Scratching post.
But yeah, for the Henry Cavill Superman, that's not gonna happen. Now they could give us the Rebirth Superman, which was pretty much the comic version of the Cavill Superman at the time.
You're going down.
Don't bite off more
You will
than
see the light.
That was a close one. But she might be worried over nothing. She did the same with She did the same with the live streams. She was very hesitant to make live stream on her own way back when. And I had to kind of convince her a bit. She was doing live streams already with me, but it was with me. It wasn't by herself. So she was a bit intimidated to do the live stream by herself. But I'm sure once she tries out PvP, well, if she likes it, she'll be able to do it every week afterwards. If she doesn't like it, she just won't do it anymore. David Sharp says sneaky villains attacking you at your spawn point. Absolutely. You can see how sneaky those villains are. For the Superman costume, yeah, this is pretty darn close to the Rebirth Superman costume. So it's about as close to the Henry Cavill costume we could get in DC Universe Online. Assuming they ever decide to give us that costume, which we don't know. Although personally, I would much prefer if they gave us. Let's go to a new T again. Let's try 5v5. There seems to be a bit more people. So let's try the moon 5 versus 5. And let's choose our legend. I would much prefer if they gave us the classic Superman like this year. But if they gave us the Rebirth Superman, I would be okay, I guess. So let's try 5v5. Let's see if we have enough people for that. If not, we'll go back to 4v4. So let's try to 5v5 the moon. So Superman says that depends on Rebirth because there's technically two suits for Rebirth. You have the one that looks like the current Brizor on PC but with a different belt. And then you have the current Superman in PC. So I guess if they want something like the Cavill Superman, this is about as close as we could get. Davy Jones asks, how strong is Shazam? He's pretty much as strong as Superman. You could pretty much go toe-to-toe with Superman in a fisty fight. There is a trade paperback, Superman vs. Shazam, where they have a whole bunch of comics where Superman ends up facing Shazam. Way back when I was a young kid, I had a Treasure edition, Superman vs. Shazam. But at some point, it almost became a tradition. Once in a while, they would release a Superman versus a Shazam comic, and the trade paperback compiles a whole bunch of them. Oh, Ryushu is trying to pass off as one of the hazmat dudes. So we have Superman, Factor 7, Voodoo, and Crazy Corpse. Sorry guys, but with Superman on our side, you have no chances. Superman, I'd honestly expect them to give us the classic Superman and PC Legend style before the current one, since it's older. Yeah, but they don't seem to like the classic characters all that much. And I wouldn't be surprised if somehow DC pushes them to give us the more modern version of characters. Although, in a weird twist of fate,
and justice.
the more modern version of Superman is the classic Superman right now. Sweet irony. Pretty much as soon as they gave us the Rebirth Superman in DC Universe Online, in the comics, they gave him his classic costume back.
Go green.
Behave yourself.
I didn't realize there was a sneaky sneaker attacking me from behind. Oh well.
Out of my way!
no fear.
No fair. 2 against 1.
I'll pulverize you.
You will kneel before Zod.
Kneel before Zod!
Ah, almost got Ryushu. Ah, there we go.
Holy moly!
Time to bust some heads.
But yeah, it was a bit of a sweet irony. Like they gave us the Rebirth Superman costume in the game, and pretty much right after they gave us the Rebirth Superman costume, Superman was back in his classic costume in the comics. It was around the time when we got Action Comics 1000, and they decided to give Superman his classic costume back. You can't make that up.
Kneel before Zod!
You will kneel
my
before
power.
Zod.
I'll pulverize
You
you.
will suffer.
I don't think so.
Submit to your master.
This ought to shut you up. Kneel before Zod!
I will rip you in two. This will be your end.
Kneel before Zod!
So people at DC have been really wanting to change Superman for quite some time, but whenever they do, I have no choice but to go back to the classic Superman, because that is the version that did last, that did endure the test of time.
Kneel before
I
Zod!
will avenge my family.
Pedal to the metal, baby.
You are finished. New Krypton
Stop your
will
crying.
rise.
Freaking timer. So I guess we seem to be split into multiple groups.
Do not stand in my way. Surrender. Shazam! 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 Shazam!
So you saw somehow the two guys were ignoring Superman completely, and they were just focusing on me. That happens.
To dust, mortal.
Match over.
That was a close one. Superman says I'm lagging hard. Yeah, I was wondering why you weren't moving for a bit, but yeah, that explains it. Superman, I feel like they should honestly just give us the chest because of that for either NPC. Well, yeah, I suppose they could. If they were to give us the chest of the classic Superman, we already have the slimline, the new Genesis pants. So yeah, the truth be told, the only thing we really need is a chest. Maybe a better version of the cape with the yellow S would be nice. Factor 7, yeah, says yeah that match was laggy. Let's try another one. Worst comes to worst. If we crash, guys, we crash. Nothing we can do about that. So let's go to Arkham Asylum 5v5. And let us select, let's select the future Batman. A better belt, better cape, and a chest. Yeah, I suppose if they were to give us at least a better chest, that would be happy. If they give us a better cape, even better. If they go as far, if they go the whole way and give us a better belt, I wouldn't say no to that. Obviously, the best option would be to be able to get the whole style with better textures, but what can we do? Now, sometimes it is baby steps. Like they gave us the hairstyle at some point. They gave us the Superman emblem, even if they took it away. Then they gave us the other Superman emblem, even if it was just for a limited time. And now they've added the Superman jacket. So baby steps. Or the electric Superman slimlines. Those were a nice addition. So hopefully over time they will be able to give us more and more better Superman costumes. Sadly, we're gonna have to wait and see for that. So Andromedax, Scrafty the Great, Superman, and Factor 7. So let's capture this thing here.
Node enabled. Central guard post node enabled. Boiler room control node enabled.
Kneel before Zod! Kryptonian might is
Evil Bane.
unstoppable!
Feel the
No
venom!
fear. The coin is never wrong.
Rishon, I'd be back.
Joker release enabled.
That's alright. So here is going to be 2 against 1. Oh, actually 2 against 2, so...
Release enabled.
Vermin! You will kneel before Zod!
The coin is never wrong.
I am vengeance.
Looks like it's your lucky day.
Freaking Two-Face.
Kneel before Zod!
Oh, dang, Zod came back real quick. Again, you saw they both focused on me. There's nothing I could do. I was premised on most of the fight.
Your end!
I told you to stop staring!
Cower before me!
I
On
am
your feet,
the
loser.
Batman. call yourself a threat?
Face burn, weakling.
Enough.
Face your defeat.
I'm not crazy! We all have two sides!
Stand and fight! You will kneel.
So as you can see, they decided to camp our spawn point. That happens.
Go green.
Stop your
That all you
crying.
got?
Kneel before Zod. Vermin.
Beware the Dark Knight.
So let's go back to on duty, custom play. Oh, I skipped the pit somehow. So let's go to the pit 5v5, and it's going to be our last match for today. So we start from the Andromedax in their Shazam outfit, aka Captain Marvel. So Tuesday, guys, there's no announcement about that just yet, but I would expect some downtime for the new event, but I could be mistaken. We'll know for sure. I guess we'll know for sure on Monday. Actually, we probably will know for sure just on Tuesday when it happens because the devs are pretty much gone for the long weekend until they'll be off on Monday. Like they took a 4-day weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So maybe Monday late at night we'll find out, but sadly we'll probably find out Tuesday morning. David Sharp says Thunder from the Legion of Superheroes. Been a while since I read the Legion comics. I thought Andromeda was like the granddaughter of Monel or something, but I'm probably misremembering. So here we have Viper, Sticky Bomb, Ryushu, and Andromeda.
Time to die.
You wanted a
Crime
fight?
doesn't pay.
Go.
Heads, you lose.
You don't stand a chance.
This ought to shut you up. Surrender, fiend.
Time to bust some heads.
Give up.
Right will have its vengeance.
Some Mouse Crafty again is focusing on me.
Polarize you. My will is stronger than yours. There are things worse than death.
Beware my power.
Who's the man of steel now?
Don't make me spank you.
Next time, try using your brain.
Face brain, weakling! Face your defeat!
The coin is never wrong.
Give up! You don't stand a chance.
Go green.
I hate you.
Who's the man of steel now?
This is
You're
cool.
not worth my time.
Height when it does that.
Who are you? I don't know you. Time to die.
Face brain, weakling!
No fear.
Face your defeat! Stand down.
No one escapes fate. Next time, don't fight the coin.
Shut you up.
You wanted a fight?
You're going down in one punch.
Careful. I
Like the suit.
Stand and fight!
I told you to stop staring!
He left before I could click him.
No
Unleash
fear.
your rage! With venom I am unstoppable!
The coin is never wrong. You lose. Tails, you lose. No
Beware
one
my
escapes
power.
fate. Next time, don't fight the coin. Looks like it's your lucky
There's three of them were attacking me. It happens.
Give up!
You're going down in one punch.
Next time, try using your brain.
Feel the venom! You don't stand a chance.
time to die.
This ought to shut you
Score
up.
another for the good guys.
Oh, I thought we had crashed. I guess we got the big W by just a hair. Oh, DCUO Fighter 7. I love when I come back from a break and I see that my league kicked me out. Sadly, some leagues are, let's say, a bit gung-ho. So, guys, I guess we're done for today. So, Tuesday, we will get the legendary event. Yeah, I know, they shouldn't have named it that. It makes it seem as if it's a Legends PvP or a Legends PvE thingy. They're trying to go with the Legend theme that DC have been using for quite a while. Sadly, it can kind of lead to confusion sometimes. But anyway. So Tuesday, there will be the new event for basically the Superman movie. So we'll find out, we'll get more details about that event. Some of the information is not exactly quite clear. Oh, I guess our friend Rayushu summoned his friend. I can summon my friends too. So Tuesday we'll get more information about the new event. We'll be able to see live what it's really about. Sadly, I suspect that we might have some downtime on Tuesday. And seeing how the devs are gone for the long holiday, we'll probably find out only Tuesday morning. And of course, Wednesday we will have arena PvP, so we should be able to do that. And on Friday for Live at 5, we will create ourselves a mini Superman event. So put on your best Superman costume, your best Supergirl costume, your best Superboy costume, or whatever super costume. Come to Live at 5 on Friday, and we'll play some. We'll try to play some Superman related missions. We'll probably play the Fearful Day missions first, and then we'll go back and try to play some Superman related missions. David Sharp says, most of the league I joined have died. I'm not the only one left in the league. Yeah, it happens. Nothing you can do about that. Sadly, there were a few points in time during DC Universe Online's history where we had what was known as league killers. Like when we got Origin Crisis, entire leagues disappeared overnight. The same when we got, I forget, Game Update 47, I think, was another one that where a lot of people disappeared. So sadly, over time, there are some times where they made some decisions that were clearly not good decisions because a whole bunch of people left pretty much overnight. Oh, Superman says I'll be there, but it'll be after 7. That's fine. On Friday, we should have Shadow Lady, who's very chatty, chat. So we'll probably chat quite a lot on Friday. So I assume by at 7, we'll still be there. DCUO Factor 7, I wish the devs would actually give us some Legends and PvP events. Nah, they gave up on PvP a long time ago. They tried to give us to give us some Legend stuff with Legends PvE. It didn't have the success that we're hoping for, so they pretty much gave up on Legends PvE as well. So for quite a while, I'm sure you've noticed, for quite a while they're focused on PvE, and that's it. Gur says, yes, the Superman stuff is very confusing. Yeah, we'll get more information on Tuesday. They worded it very weird. Absolutely. So, guys, thanks to everyone who came to play with us. Thanks to everyone who came to chat with us. And obviously, thanks to all of you guys who are watching. You guys are awesome. Have a good rest of the weekend. Especially this is a long weekend, so I assume a lot of you guys probably have off on Monday as well. So enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye bye, guys.